Omoding Emmanuel to come forward.
In January 2023, Emmanuel Omoding, the son to the late Patrick Okabe, was declared winner of the Surrey County by-election, replacing his father. This was just but one of the several cases where someone is succeeding their parent in the August House following their death. 6 months later, NRM Samuel Engola Okello Jr., who joined the race for the Oyam North constituency in a by-election called to find a replacement for his father, former Labour State Minister Charles Engola Okello, lost the poll. Dr. Eunice Otuku Apio of UPC won the poll. And just this week, Dokolo residents went to the polls to vote for their woman representative to replace the late Cecilia Ogwal in a race that attracted 6 candidates, including Dr. Rosemary Alwoch Ogwal, the daughter of the late legislator. Dr. Rosemary Ogwal, who contested on the FDC party card, came third in the by-election won by Sarah Nyankori Aguti of the UPC. What does this by-election outcome mean?
There is a breath of fresh air to Ugandans that we are worried about a trend of succession in our elective political offices, and a habit that could have meant that when a current politician dies, then their seat becomes part of the estate, and they sit and identify a heir and then install that heir in an elective office.
It does not necessarily mean that in the future we are not going to see another orphan win. They are going to win, depending on the dynamics. But there is also another important factor we need you to appreciate. The UPC factor, the Obote factor in Lango sub-region.
However, some political analysts think an individual should not be denied an opportunity to serve their community simply because they are related to the deceased leader.
Give a vote to who deserves it, not because my father, my mother was in that seat.
Sirajin Sanja, a lecturer at Kampala University, says despite results from the previous 2 by-elections, the culture of sympathy voting cannot end in Uganda.
It is not that it is a succession politics, it is the sympathetic voting patterns within our electoral voting populace that they always have that sympathy to whoever has lost.
We asked him what he made of Dr. Rosemary Ogwal's loss in the just concluded by-election.
She was a victim of the confusion and political infightings within FDC. These people went on the ground not as a team, but they went as cliques. So the lack of support to galvanize their buttressed support group within Dokolo also ate into their candidates' projected win.
Dr. Sam Kaziwe also believes several other factors were at play that were not in favor of Dr. Rosemary Ogwal.
The would-be successor is an accomplished economist with a PhD in economics, with a good career in Europe. So they were not necessarily, the voters did not see themselves trying to help an orphan to get food, as it has been in the past races. So there was no emotional appeal for Cecilia's daughter to win the vote.
And in the electoral reforms, we need to extend that time through which a by-election happens in the event that a current MP or political leader dies, so that we have a separation of mourning or of getting heirs or executors of the estate away from the offices that belong to the public and should serve the people, away from family sentiments.
The analysts argue that what is most important is for the vote outcome to reflect the will of the people. Benjamin Jumbe, NTV Weekend Edition.